Not all zippers are the same. And while the fundamental techniques of sewing zippers is the same, it's good to have an idea of the different parts of the zipper and the different sizes that these parts can come in. So there are a few main parts of the zipper. There's the teeth, or sometimes you might hear it called the coil. There's the zipper slider and the zipper stops, which you'll see on the ends. These work in tandem to allow the zipper to function. And all of these parts generally have to be sized together to work properly. Well, you can actually use zipper stops that aren't sized specifically for the zipper. In fact, you can sew your own thread stops if you need to. Then there's the zipper tape. This is what you actually use to sew to your garment or accessory. And there's a zipper pull, which is usually proportionally sized to the zipper teeth, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, so I mentioned zipper sizes. There are two parts of the zipper that are sized. There's the length, and then there's the teeth or the coil. Let's look at the teeth or coil first. The size of the teeth is usually given in a number, like number 2, number 5, you might see a number 10, and they usually range in size from like 2 to 20. The larger number, the larger the teeth. This difference is most notable in the width of the teeth. The number roughly corresponds to millimeters in width. Most garments call for a number 3, which is about this size. That's the most common size you'll see for an all-purpose nylon coil zipper. However, jackets will typically need larger sizes, something like this or that. So just keep in mind, if you're sewing something that calls for a universal zipper, it is probably a number 3 nylon coil zipper. And if you want to add something slightly different, like a metal one or a plastic one that is a larger teeth size, you might need to change the pattern to accommodate that size. The other dimension is the zipper length. Zippers are measured in length from stop to stop, including the length of the stops. So from the bottom of the bottom stop to the top of the top stop. So an 11-inch zipper, in this case, is 11 inches from the bottom of the bottom stop to the top of the top stop. And the tape generally extends about an inch on either side of the stops. You can always make a zipper shorter, but you can't make a zipper longer. So if you need a 23-inch zipper and you can only find a 24 or 22, you'll need to get the 24 and make it shorter. You cannot make that 22-inch zipper longer. I've seen zippers range in length from 5 inches to 72 inches. And you can get continuous nylon coil zipper in a variety of styles that have their own sliders on them, and you just use whatever kind of length you need. Many nylon coil zippers, like this Make a Zipper, do have their own sliders attached, but sometimes you have to buy the sliders separately. So if that's the case, make sure you match the slider size to the coil size. So a number 3 coil with a number 3 slider. If you don't, the zipper won't work properly. I mentioned that you can shorten zippers. You can just do it with thread, or you can buy different metal zipper stops and attach them yourself with pliers. A word about zipper coil or teeth types. There are 3 main types of coils. There are the metal coil, there is a nylon coil, and there is a molded plastic coil. Nylon coil is by far the easiest to sew. Metal is probably the most durable, but they may need more maintenance in the form of lubrication to keep operating smoothly. Metal zippers are hefty and industrial looking. They work for edgy garments, and they're good for work clothes like jeans and cargo pants and overalls. Plastic zippers are pretty hefty and pretty casual looking. They generally have larger teeth to begin with. They're good for casual jackets and accessories. Nylon coil zippers have a huge range of looks. These are all nylon coil zippers. They're easy to sew and they come in a variety of sizes, and they even have some metallic finishes these days. They're also the type of coil that is used in an invisible zipper. I mentioned that these nylon coil zippers are easy to sew, so if you're very new to sewing, use these when you're starting out sewing zippers. Unlike plastic and metal zippers, you can generally sew right through the teeth on these and not break your needle. You cannot do that with plastic or metal teeth. They are also the easiest to shorten because you can sew right through the teeth. It's important to understand the parts, the sizes, and the types of zippers so that you can make an informed choice when you're picking them out for your project and trying to sew them. While I'll never say that there's a wrong zipper to choose, other than maybe a too short one, there are some types of zippers that are easier to sew when you're just starting out. And getting the size right will prevent headaches down the road. For more information on zippers, check out my ebook on sewing zippers. You can find my ebook at the link in the description of this video.